welcome to paradise. Aiea, Hawaii, just outside of Honolulu and home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. A tremendous setting and a spectacular game that we have in store. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinals, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Rainbow Warriors will boot it away to start the game. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Stanford's offense will take the first swing of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
On the option. Now the toss. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's all the way out to the 32-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Ford. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Looking to get it in. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try to slam it in. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. This offense has gone haywire on these last 2 plays in the red zone. Can they set things right on 3rd and goal? He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And it's no good. He missed it. The guys, after the miss, no change in the score. The Rainbow Warriors offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the Rainbow Warriors trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, the give, looking for room. They bring him down, but a solid pick up to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Punt is on its way. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Slithers into space. Oh, out of space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Past the 45. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Looking downfield on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Brown will throw it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires to the tight end. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt to try to make something happen. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. The give on the inside. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Sims. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Rainbow Warriors have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Under fire! And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rainbow Warriors will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, this guy's going to make catches all over the field. That time, he lined up all the way to the left side, and he was able to cross the entire field to make a catch on the right side. Defense lost track of him, and it ended up being a big play.
They'll move the tight end. Finds his tight end. It's a seam wide open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Motion from the wideout. Brown wants to pass, using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Wants to throw again. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Tight end now in motion. Might as well give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Keeps it on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it down the middle. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. And the Rainbow Warriors line up to punt it away. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Brown will throw it. Under fire. Pulls it in. It's Ford. Fights off a defender. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Got it set up on the outside. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Find some fresh air. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Takes the handoff. It's Ford. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Touch pass on the run. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here comes the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Rainbow Warriors will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Got it near midfield. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Caught behind the line. It's Ford. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Got a man. It's Ford. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Here's a heat. Fires to the big fella. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. They booted away on fourth down. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Look out, he's got room. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got the first down. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. A strike downfield. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Smashes it between the uprights. That brings them to within one.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Ben, nice to see you actually showed up for today's broadcast in paradise, given all there is to do there in Honolulu. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's say aloha once again to the guys inside Aloha Stadium.
Stanford set to boot it deep to start this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Rainbow Warriors with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Bringing the heat. He's going to take off. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Rainbow Warriors send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Snags a quick pass on the left. Still on his feet at the 45. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Good enough for a first down.
The Cardinal might go right back to that ground game after the huge run. Quarterback on the keeper. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Hand off from the shotgun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Stanford going back to work with another first down. They're going to ride this running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Brown wants to pass. He's got him. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Muscling ahead on third and short. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And he missed it. No good. And the lead remains at 1 after the miss.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Rainbow Warriors will punt this one away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and take it back. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. The short hands, it's Hall. They stop him just a link or two short of the first. And man, what they can do on second down here. Using his feet. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Got room to work. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to the run.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Brown will throw it. He'll take a shot. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air on first down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a little space. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be 4th down. The Rainbow Warriors will call on their punt team. Wants to bring it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The RPO, it's complete.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. Brown wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Drives into the pile just a pickup of 1. They'll spot it at the 10. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun. Wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. It's caught downfield. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go. The football had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Rainbow Warriors will have it 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Brown will throw it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ford. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Going to try to get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Man, these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. He lofts one down the sideline. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. Now on the move. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Here's the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He'll do it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Using his legs, it's Sims. Just enough there to get it to the 25. A pickup of 2. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
The Rainbow Warriors will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Brown wants to pass. Working the middle. It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man down the middle. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
And offenses practice the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that. They stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. He'll pull it on the read. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks? That's just ridiculous.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Stanford with an absolute gift to start this drive with a 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Quick release by the QB. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. And they'll send out the field goal unit from the right hash. And this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Makes his man miss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Fires to the right, and he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. Converts on fourth down. Still going. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
The Rainbow Warriors will try to punch it in on first and goal. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown, so hold on just a minute. We might have a finish here.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're down 4, 17-13. Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.